welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right, so for this break session, I want to take a look at a thing that came up on Google I/O recently. Last week was when they had the event, 2026. And so I'm going to kind of walk through some stuff and want to take a look at some demos and things. And so here we go. I'm going to put links of the things I'm going to show. It'll be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works, so you can always check it out for yourself. And let's go do that right now. So, because I've spoken about this before, and I think it's pretty cool. It's going to be adding some cool stuff to the web. And so, let me share my screen. So this is a website I created called mylight.work. All right. And it's a lot of places, like it says, like tools I made, web components, lightning talk slides, and other things. Right. So this is a thing I believe I showed here before. I made this like a while ago. And so it's a place that I can kind of like just put like random experiments and things, even though I haven't really had a lot of time to do that. But theoretically, that's what they'd be for. And if you notice, if you take a look, right, as I navigate through different pages, so I'm going to the About section. You see how that faded in and faded out, right? And if I go back to the home, right, and then shop. So all this is view transitions as part of the view transitions API. And I actually created like a lightning talk on this like a while ago that I kind of showed at different meetups and things. It kind of like goes through different things. So you kind of see how it fades. That's using the view transition API. And it's like the basic one, right? Where you get that out of the box is the fading. All right. And so this is actually going from pages because there's the multi-page and single page view transitions API. And the single page came first because it's a little bit easier to do. And then the multi like cross document one just came recently, sort of. So, and then Astro is a framework that I like to use a lot. They had it kind of built in also. You know what I mean? So you could use it with that. And I think that's pretty much what I did here, I think, if I remember correctly. And in the slides, I have like a whole, oh yeah, so like here's the different JavaScript frameworks and articles. Like so, yeah. So I have, so you can go check it out. And this is a actual like coding thing they could do. Shout out to the good folks at Stack Blitz. All right. Let me see. Where am I at? Okay. So yeah. So that's that. Right. So you can go step through it, check it out. Now, recently, like I mentioned on the last Google I/O, they had some presentations, right? And so this is the What's New in Web UI. Shouts to Brahmis and Yuna. Shouts to them, all right? And so I'm going to play a little bit of it, and they kind of go more into it, all right? So we're going to, I think it should be fine. Here we go.
But it doesn't have to be this way. We've been working hard on making animation transitions smoother, upgrading view transitions, shipping new declarative streaming and routing capabilities, and even providing new primitives for helping your user navigate within your page scroller.
Yes, and view transitions are the perfect tool to create these seamless transitions, and it's a feature that just keeps getting better over time. Back in 2021, we announced the first prototype for what eventually became known as same document.
Now, this is for SPAs, basically. And so, because SPAs, the way they work, they kind of fake the page routing kind of thing. It's all one application, but it just shows you different pages in that same thing. So there's no actual going to another page, right? So that's what the same document. You can see it's well supported, all right?
View transitions, a feature that is now baseline widely available since 2025. And we expect a cross-document counterpart, which lets you run a view transition between two different documents, to also be available in.
And so that's the thing. Like, since I use Astro kind of like, they kind of like shim it. What do they call it? When there's like when the feature's not really supported, they have some ways of making it work, right? And so Astro has that. But you can see if you're in Chrome and Edge, you got it, and in Safari, and coming soon to like Firefox. So pretty cool. All right. And if you don't have it, it just goes to the page normally. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it'll break your website. It's just it's like an enhancement, added enhancement kind of thing. And so
every browser engine this year, thanks to Interop 2026. Now, don't let this browser support table stop you from adopting view transitions today. Google Search, for example, is already heavily relying on view transitions, and they are treating it as a progressive enhancement. And here's one of their experiments that uses view transitions linked to gestures when the bottom sheet is getting dragged.
That's pretty cool. So if you like search for like images or whatever, and you kind of like drag the image, it will like the whole page kind of like comes out, and you can like go back. It's pretty dope. So I've tried it. Now they also have, where they mentioned this thing here. Go back. It's almost there. Okay, hold on.
Instead of having the view transition animation sticks forward using wall clock time, they are instead controlled by a drag gesture. And furthermore, the search team has also optimized these animations so that they can be hardware accelerated. Pretty sweet, right?
I like this a lot. It's pretty cool. So to let you easily build advanced interactions like this yourself, my colleague Brahmas here has created a convenient utility library called the View Transitions Toolkit. This toolkit contains a bunch of helper functions for creating view transitions interactions. For example,
cool. So I figured we'd go ahead and take a look at that. All right. So again, I'm posting links to everything that I'm showing, and it'll be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works. So here is the site that they were talking about right here. All right. And what's cool is what I like, I'm going to involve it more. They talk about it in the presentation also, but more of the like being able to automatically kind of do like light and dark. You know what I'm saying? So this is based on the system setting. This is light and here is dark. You know what I'm saying? And I think my computer is set to like, I think after a certain time it goes to dark. I don't know. Whatever it was kind of like built in. So here we go. So you can kind of see also like how that kind of changed. Pretty cool. All right. But let's go with this. I'm sorry for flashing the screen. All right. So view transitions with like a little wrench there. So view transition toolkit. All right. A collection of utility functions to make to more easily work with view transitions. Because, I mean, it wasn't that difficult, but this kind of has, like they mentioned, helper functions to make it a little bit easier, all right? And so that's always cool. And then plus, also, since it's not widely available yet for the cross document, I think this will have, I can't, like helper things. I forgot what they call it. Like when it's not, I think that maybe they say it here. Let me see. When something isn't available, but they have it, I want to say shim, but there's like another, well, yeah, okay, shim support, but there's another word for it. I forgot. It's not coming to me right now, but whatever. So yeah, so the toolkit consists of several modules, each providing a set of utility functions. So feature detection, so whether or not your browser supports it. Like I mentioned, there's shim support. So for the document active view transition, which I don't think I've seen that. And they have some animations. All right. Some transition playback control. So you can actually pause, resume, and like scrub the playback. So that's pretty cool. This is what I'm really interested in, automatic page navigation types. So we'll take a look at that also in the demo. That's, I want to like use that for some projects coming up. So might be using that. Then other miscellaneous utilities. So other helper functions like set temporary view transition names and extract view transition names. So it has a lot of different things that you don't have to like actually do it yourself. You just kind of just use the functions. And so we got some demos and some documentation. Yeah. And then you use source code. Cool. So now getting started. So you install it by npm, this view transitions toolkit. And then once you get, then you have like the get animations. And that's pretty much it for that. So if you want to get animations, just get animations. You can check out demos. So, all right. So feature detection. Let's take a look at that. Now, what I find funny is that the actual website doesn't seem to use any view transitions at all. You know what I'm saying? Which I would have thought, you know, this would have view transitions, but I don't think it does. So It's not from what I'm seeing. Maybe it could be my computer, but I don't know. But you can see here, you're able to check out like, oh, does it have these things here? That's pretty cool. And then it returns back this JSON, which is pretty dope. And then to do that, you just have to import the supports method from the same view transitions toolkit, and it's under feature detection. And then you, so this is like the pre here. So you get that. The inner text is going to be, you JSON stringify it, right? And it supports, and that's it. Oh, interesting. So you don't have to do anything else. And then just knowing how deep it goes or whatever. All right, cool. Dope. All right, nice. And go back. Oh, went back to the top. Interesting. Let us go to, all right, so get animations like they're shown before. All right, so now the get animations function from the toolkit is a wrapper around the document get animations. Oh, that returns only the animations related to view transitions. You can further filter the animations by providing a view transition name and or a view transition part. Okay, see all the stuff I'd have to like look up. Okay, so once you get it, like they showed before, like this get animations, right? Then you can do, okay, so, all right, so on the start view transition, so this is what happens with the view transitions and normally, so you'd have that. And then once it transitions, oh, then you have like a randomize. So it will do a random, so wait, what's randomize? Where does randomize come from? Oh, maybe this is just another function that you create that will give you a random transition. Okay. Then, okay, on the box, I'm assuming you say that this is the element box. I'll have to go into the documentation to see more about what's happening here, because I'm not exactly clear. But so if you click the document, all right. Oh, okay. Is this the animation that it pops out? Interesting. Okay, it looks like it's, yeah, it's getting larger, just like randomly getting larger and smaller. Okay, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so here's the box that it's talking about. Okay. All right, cool. So that one's cool. All right. Go back. So yeah, so again, you can check out the link. Oh, measurements. Okay, this is kind of like before. Okay. So if you want to get the measurements. So yeah, so these must be just like random. I'm assuming this is what pops this out here. Would that prints that out maybe? Okay. So yes, maybe they didn't want to have like the actual code that does all the stuff. So I guess if you look at the documentation, maybe it's there, or the source code. I'm assuming it'd be there. Back. Now, okay, some animation optimizing, playback control. This was kind of cool. Take a look at this one. Oh, this is a different one than I thought. Hold on. Oh no, I think it's the same one. So yeah, you can start it, and then you can like pause it, resume, pause, resume. So that's pretty cool. And the script. Oh well, it has to be pause, and so you can like kind of can't really see it because I guess maybe I'm zoomed in too much, but yeah, you can kind of see, you can kind of scrub through it. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so you can control that way. That's pretty dope. Now the one I really want to look at, right, is this one, navigation types. And so you can automatically inject from the transition name or whatever, and then to another transition name, view transition types based on navigation origin and destination. So from this is the origin to the destination. All right. And so they're setting the names here. So index, detail, and about, and they're matching it to the actual route bars. All right. Cool. Then you can kind of see here. So the new route, old route. So you can see the animation slide. So from the index, which is what we called here, right, to it's over about. So going to the about page, which again was named here, right? You're going to have the whole group. The animation is going to last like half a second, and then from the old to the new. So depending on which way, so it's like slide from the right. So slide from right, So from going from home to about, right? So here we go. So it should slide in from the right. So yeah, slide from the right. Bam. See, it did it there. And then going the other way around. So this is for, yeah. So this is from to, and then I think you should have another one. Is it? Or maybe, oh, maybe it just understands it going the other way. I don't know. Or maybe there's another one. Again, you probably look at the actual source code, but like going the other way around, see it slid to the, it slid from the left, right? So, yeah. So the old, which is the home, right? Is because it's the from is going to slide to the left, slide to the left, whereas the new, which is the about, is slide from the right. So that's how that works. So it's like two things happening there at once. All right. But then going from like one of these things to one of the details. So let's see. So from the detail, right, to the index, and then they also have from the index to the detail, so backwards. So yeah, so you would have to do them both ways if you wanted to have it both ways. And so, yeah, so transition name, attribute ID. Oh, so it's going to read it from the actual thing, from the image itself. Then view transition class photo. Okay, so that's probably somewhere else, whereas you add the class. So, all right, and then you click this. So you can kind of see that's pretty cool. All right, that's pretty cool. And then going back, so that's pretty cool. So if you ever wanted to have this kind of like animation between different views, you can do that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then the different functions used. So yeah, all right, that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's a couple of websites where I wanted to kind of do that. So I think this would be kind of cool. So I think I might just use this. Since it's not really available everywhere yet, I might use this as kind of like a bridge to when it's actually, because they said by the end of the year. And so then we have some scroll driven stuff, which is pretty cool also. So like when you're scrolling down here, this kind of works. I don't know, for me it's been kind of janky, but you can kind of see, yeah, see how that's kind of like weird. It could just be my browser, but it's like a big jump, which I think that's supposed to happen. And then hold on. So if I do this, yeah, see, that's weird. It's not doing it. Yeah, I don't know. It could be my browser or something because I'm also streaming. Maybe that could also be it. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that is the whole thing. It's pretty cool. Again, shouts to these folks here. I highly suggest checking out the rest of it. It's pretty cool. And all the other different Google I/O videos. So you can learn a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, in here. So a lot of good things. All right, so let me get y'all back to work so I can get back to work because I need to get back to work. I'm doing some post-radio show promo stuff. So I'm just posting to a bunch of different social media channels for the radio show. So I'm trying to get that done. I need to work on some 3D modeling. I need to modify some stuff, print out the prototypes to make sure they work properly. And I might set up one of these machines because I'm gonna need to print it probably tomorrow. Because I think I have the day off tomorrow. I should have the day off tomorrow, so that's gonna be cool. So more time to work on stuff. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give you some time to work on some things, and I'm gonna send you all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name. Where'd it go? Here we go. I know I clicked it. Maybe I didn't. So this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. And let me know if you're using the Vue Transitions API in any projects or you plan to, and if you plan on maybe using that toolkit. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging out. See you like 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. This is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. Thank you. All right, y'all. Be easy. Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread a love like hell. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong. And I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like, hey, and everybody said, hey.